Have you ever wondered why some people get interview calls instantly while others keep applying and never hear back? Well, the secret often lies in one simple document, that is your resume. Hello friends, I am Rakesh Kumar, and before we dive in, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more such career building content. Now, today we are going to talk something super important, crafting an effective resume. You see, a lot of people think resume building is easy. Just fill in your detail and you are done, right? But in reality, your resume is much more than that. It's your first impression, it's your personal brand, and most importantly, it's your key to opening career opportunity. So, in this video, we will learn how to make your resume not just good but truly stand out. Well, let me tell you, your resume is far more important than it looks. At first glance, it may seem like just a simple document, but in reality, it's your very first introduction to an employer. Even before you walk into an interview room, your resume speaks for you. It tells your story, who you are, what you have done, and what value you can bring. The truth is, many people have the right skills but still miss out on opportunities because their resume doesn't present them well. That's why crafting an effective resume is so important. It's not just about writing down education or job history, it's about arranging your strengths, experiences, and achievements in a way that grab attention immediately. Now, let me give you a simple example. Imagine two candidates apply for the same job. Both have similar qualifications and skills, but one has a well structured, clear, and impactful resume, where what the employer is looking for quickly catches their eyes. The other just has a plain list of details. Who do you think the employer will call first? Of course, the one has resume tells their story better. You know what is the real power of great resume? It doesn't just list what you have done. It shows why you are the right fit. Now let's talk about what makes a resume truly effective. The first, it creates first impression, and we all know how important first impressions are, especially when you get only a few seconds of attention from a recruiter. The second, a good resume highlight your skills and strengths effectively. Instead of making employers search for them, it puts your best qualities right in front of their eyes. Third, it quickly shows employers exactly what they are looking for. Remember, hiring managers don't have hours to go through every detail. A clear resume makes their job easy. The fourth, it helps you stand out in a competitive job market when 100 of resume looks like same. Your will rise above the crowd if it's structured well. Fifth, a strong resume increases your chances of getting interview calls. At the end of the day, that's the main goal, to get your foot in the door. And finally, most important, it gives you confidence. When you know your resume reflects your true potential, you approach your job search with positivity and self belief. So remember, your resume is not just a document, it's your story, your identity, and your ticket to an opportunities. That's the real advantage of crafting an effective resume. It's not just about a document, it's about creating opportunity. Once we understand why crafting an effective resume is important, the next step is to learn how to structure it properly. A resume is not just a random collection of information, it's a carefully designed document where every section has its own role. If each section is written thoughtfully, your resume will not just look professional but will also make you stand out. Let's go through each section in detail. The first section we will discuss about header section. So let's start with the header section. The very first thing a recruiter see on your resume. Think of it as your professional introduction. It should include your full name, professional title or role, and contact detail like your phone number, email, and optionally your LinkedIn profile. Here you can take example. I have mentioned my name, Rakesh Kumar. Here you can write your location. Then you can write here about mobile number, email ID, and the LinkedIn URL you can specify here. The header sets the tone for your entire resume. It should be clean, professional, and make it easy for recruiters to know who you are and how to reach you instantly. Remember, a well-formatted header creates the strong first impression even before they read your summary. Now let's discuss about next section, which is career objective, the opening line of your professional journey. Think of it as your first impression. It tells the recruiter who you are and what you are aiming for. But here is the thing, most people write this section in a very generic way. They say things like looking for an opportunity to grow my career in a reputed organization. Sounds familiar, right? The problem is it doesn't say anything unique about you. Your career objective should be specific and aligned with your role. A strong career objective, especially in the HR field, should reflect your skill, focus, and intent. For example, you could write aspiring human resource professional with knowledge of recruitment, employee engagement, and HR analytics, eager to contribute to people centric organization. See the difference. This line shows direction, confidence, and clarity about your professional goal. So make your career objective specific to HR, aligned with the role, and tailored to the organization you are applying to. Remember, it's not just a formality, it's your first impression. Now we will talk about the summary section. Let's dive into one of the most impactful part of your resume, the summary section. Think of it as your personal highlight reel. Even as a fresher, this section can help recruiters quickly understand your strengths, skills, and readiness for HR responsibilities. Rather than just a few lines, a detailed summary with 8 to 10 concise points can set you apart. So now let's talk about those important points you can include in your summary section to make it strong, structured, and impressive, especially if you are a fresher. Yeah, the first one is highlight your qualification. Your education is your foundation, especially as a fresher. Clearly mention your degree and specialization such as MBA in Human Resource Management with specialization in recruitment and employee engagement. This shows that you have formally studied HR principles and are prepared for the professional environment. Highlighting your focus areas tells recruiter you understand the field and have the right academic background for HR responsibilities. Even without work experience, a well presented educational qualification demonstrates credibility, readiness, and alignment with the HR role you are applying for. The next important point is show awareness of core HR function. Even without experience, you can demonstrate familiarity with essential HR functions. Include areas such as recruitment, onboarding, performance management, training, and employee engagement. For example, familiar with HR process, including talent acquisition, onboarding program, and employee training initiative. This shows recruiter that you understand the practical aspect of HR operation. Awareness of this function signals readiness to contribute to real tasks. By mentioning them in your summary, you show that you are proactive, have studied HR workflows, and can quickly adapt to a professional HR environment. Next point we can discuss about HR policies and compliance awareness. Recruiter value candidate who understand the rules. Even as a fresher, include your awareness of labor laws, HR policies, and compliance standards. For example, basic understanding of labor laws, employee welfare programs, and organizational policies. This shows that you are prepared to maintain ethical standards and respect company procedures. It reassures the recruiter that you won't just focus on people but also understand the legal and formal aspects of HR. Demonstrating this awareness reflects responsibilities, professionalism, and readiness to support structured HR operation. The next point is technical and analytical skills. In today's HR world, being tech savvy sets you apart. Even a fresher, you can highlight tools that support data-driven decision making. For example, you could say proficient in Microsoft Excel, HRMS software, and HR analytic tools, including Power BI and SQL, with familiarity with AI-powered platform like ChatGPT for automation HR tasks and generating insight. This shows recruiter that you can handle reporting, analyze employees' data, and use modern AI tool to improve HR processes. It positions you as a fresher who is ready for the digital HR landscape. The next important point is communication and interpersonal skills. HR is all about people, so your communication and interpersonal skills are crucial. Highlight strengths such as strong verbal and written communication skills with the ability to connect with employees and resolve conflict thoughtfully. This tells recruiter that you can manage the relationship, convey information clearly, and handle sensitive situations. Even as a fresher, emphasizing soft skills shows maturity, approachability, and readiness to be part of a team. Good communication makes you a valuable HR resource and demonstrates your potential to grow in people management roles. Now let's talk about internship or project exposure. Any practical exposure matters. Mention internship, live projects, or college assignment related to HR. For example, completed a summer internship focusing on recruitment, onboarding, and employee engagement at XYZ company. This adds credibility to your resume, showing that you have applied your HR knowledge in real world situation. Even short experiences indicate initiative and willingness to learn. Highlighting this helps recruiter see that you are proactive, hands-on, and ready to transition from academic to professional HR responsibilities. The next important point is strength and personality traits. Your personal qualities can set you apart. Include traits such as empathetic, organized, adaptable, and proactive in handling tasks. These show that you can handle workplace challenges, maintain professionalism, and contribute to team success. For HR, soft skills are often as important as academic knowledge. Highlighting strengths in your summary communicates your personality, your approach to work, and your readiness to create a positive impact on employees and teams. The next very important point is certification and additional learning. Extra learning always adds value. Mention certifications like HR analytics, payroll management, or labor law essentials. This shows initiative, curiosity, and commitment to professional development. For a fresher, certification indicates that you are going beyond academics to build real skills. Highlighting them in your summary not only strengthens your profile but also communicates dedication and a proactive mindset, traits that hiring managers love in fresh HR talent. Now let's take a look at the summary section of this resume. This is one of the first section hiring managers and recruiters look at. So it creates the first impression about the candidate. This part gives a quick idea about the candidate's main skills and overall strengths. It highlights knowledge in human resource management, people management, employee relation, and technology-based tools that improve work efficiency. This section also shows good communication, teamwork, and leadership qualities along with strong analytical and problem-solving abilities. It represents the candidate as hardworking, adaptable, and eager to learn new things. Through this summary, employer get a clear picture of the candidate's professional mindset, career goals, and ability to add value to an organization. Overall, it acts as a short introduction to the candidate's potential and professional readiness. These are the very important points we have discussed about the summary section. Even as a fresher, your summary section is your personal brand statement. It's where you showcase your education, skills, personality, exposure, and ambition all at a glance. Write it clearly, confidently, and comprehensively because a well-crafted summary helps recruiter instantly understand your potential and set the stage for the rest of your resume. Remember, this is your chance to make a strong first impression, and for fresher, it can make all the difference. Now let's talk about the education section, one of the most important part of your resume, especially if you are a fresher or just starting your career. Your education is your foundation. It tells recruiters about your learning path and how you have grown over the years. So how you present it really matters. Always list your qualification in reverse order. That means your most recent degree should come first. Start from your latest program like your MBA or Masters and then move backward to your graduation. Make sure to include 4 key details for each qualification: the degree name, the institution, the year of completion, and your CGPA or percentage. Remember, hiring manager or recruiters spend only a few seconds scanning your resume. They don't want long paragraphs or cluttered detail. They just want quick, clear information that tells them about your background at a glance. So take your time to format this section properly because for fresher, your education is your biggest strength. The next section is certifications. Certifications can make a big difference in your profile. They show recruiters that you didn't just rely on your degree, you went the extra mile to learn new skills and upgrade yourselves. But here is the key, not every certification adds value. For HR fresher, certifications in the area like HR analytics, payroll management, labor laws, recruitment and selection, or training and development are what recruiters notice. Even AI and tech focused certifications like Power BI, HRMS tool, or ChatGPT for HR automation can give you an ease and always mention where you earn the certification. Remember, certifications are not just your fancy badges, they show your commitment to learning, your drive to grow, and your willingness to stay relevant in HR. Keep them focused, credible, and directly connected to HR, and let them speak for you on your resume. The next section is project. Let's talk about one of the most powerful part of your resume. Because for any candidate, projects are the heart of your profile. They are not just space fillers, they show that you haven't only learned theory, you have actually applied what you learned in real situations. And that's exactly what employer want to see. But here is where most people go wrong. They just write the project title and stop there. Something like HR internship project or a study on employee motivation. That tells the recruiter or hiring manager absolutely nothing. You need to go deeper. When you describe your project, don't just drop the title and move on. You have to paint a quick, clear picture of what you actually did and why it matters. Think of it like telling a short story with a beginning, middle, and end. Now let's move on to see how to structure your project detail. This section is very important. Hiring manager and recruiters pay close attention to it. They often evaluate this part to understand your hands-on exposure, problem-solving abilities, and real-world application of skills. So make sure you write this section carefully and present it clearly. We will have the four different components of the project. The first one is the project name. The second one is duration. The third one is tools and technology. And the fourth is responsibilities. This section includes the title of the project along with a short introduction that explains the main idea, objective, and purpose behind it. It highlights the concept, goal, and the problem the project aims to solve. Duration. This part describes the total time taken for the completion of the project from initial planning to final implementation. Tools and technologies. This section covers the tools, software, programming languages, frameworks, and technologies utilized during development. It reflects the technical environment and the integration of various technology to achieve the final outcome. Responsibilities. This portion defines the key role and responsibilities undertaken during the project. It outlines major tasks, contribution in development, testing, and documentation, along with team coordination and problem solving abilities. It also emphasizes the overall learning and skill applied during executions. Together, these four sections, project name, duration, tools and technologies, and roles and responsibilities, provides a complete, meaningful picture of your project and your contribution. The next section is achievements and extracurricular activities. This section looks very generic, but it's a very important part of your resume. It adds a personal touch to your resume. It shows that you have done outside academic or work that makes you a well-rounded candidate. Achievements could be things like winning competition, being recognized as Employee of the Month during internship, or publishing research papers. Extracurricular activity can include leadership role in college events, participating in debates, hackathons, or sports. For example, you can write about first, late multiple college level technical or cultural events showcasing leadership and teamwork. Achieve recognition in academic competition and project showcases. Third, represented college in debates and hackathons, sharpening communication and problem solving skills. The fourth, supported NGO or community work initiative, contributing time and efforts towards social causes. So this section helps employer see your personality and value beyond academics. The next section is soft skills. These are just as important as technical skills because they show recruiters how you will actually perform in real workspace situation. While technical skills tell them what you can do, soft skills tell them how you do it. Think about skills like communication, teamwork, adaptability, leadership, and problem solving. These are the abilities that help you work effectively with colleagues, handle challenges, and contribute to the team, even when things get tough or unexpected situations arise. Don't just list the fancy words you find online. Instead, choose 4 to 5 soft skills that truly describe you, the one you naturally demonstrate in real life situation. For example, if you have led a college project team, leadership and teamwork make sense. If you have handled multiple deadlines at once, adaptability and time management are good choices. And if you are comfortable presenting ideas, communication becomes a strong skill to highlight. By listing meaningful soft skill, you are giving recruiter a sense of how you think, how you interact, and how you handle challenges, all of which are crucial for success in any role. Remember, technical skills might get your foot in the door, but soft skills are what so that you will thrive once you are there. So when you are updating your resume, take a moment to reflect your real strength. Pick up skills that truly represent you and watch how they make your profile not just complete but compelling. For example, if you have led a project team, you can honestly say you have leadership skill. If you have balanced multiple assignment, time management is your strength. Recruiters often test soft skills during interview, so only list what you actually have. So finally, we have the personal details section. This gives a quick glimpse of who you are, your date of birth, language you speak, and your hobbies or interests. Activities like reading HR articles, organizing events, or public speaking, highlighting your personality and make your profile memorable. Let's take the next step and see how everything comes together in a real resume. We have talked about what makes a good resume, but how do we actually create one that truly make an impact? Let's find out together. Now that we have completed each section of the resume, let's see how we can craft an effective resume. Here I have raw resume. This is the raw resume I have. Okay. So we are going to take a help of ChatGPT to refine and polish it. So let's move straight to the ChatGPT. I'm sure most of you already know about it. So we will directly jump to the screen. So just let's open it. So once you open the ChatGPT, this screen will look something like this. On the left hand side, you can see there is a plus button. Just click on it and upload your resume. If I have a resume, simply I will attach here, or even directly you can drag and drop here also. Okay. Once we have added the resume here, now we have to give the prompt that what kind of content we want to incorporate. So as we can see, the resume which we are having, this is very generic, very simple. All contents are not well written. Even all sections are not covered, which we discussed during the session. So first what we will do, we will add all those sections here. Okay. For that, what we need to do, we need to give the prompt to the ChatGPT. Okay. So just let's do it. I have already written that prompt here. Okay. Simply I will copy and paste in the ChatGPT prompt section. I have attached resume for reference. Help to add sections like header section, career objectives, summary, education, certifications, projects, achievement and extracurricular activities, soft skills and personal detail. So what I will do, I will give the prompt here. Simply just you press enter. Now ChatGPT will take 10-15 seconds of time, and that will generate your all contents. That will add the all sections which we have discussed. Now you can see that contents are generated, all sections are added in the resume. So this is the header section. In the header section, you can see mobile number, email ID, location, LinkedIn URL, right? These details are added in the header section. Now you can see the career objective also, it's well written. Okay, when you go in the professional summary, here you can see that's written only in 4-5 lines. Okay, so that we will make a change here. We want to have at least 8 to 10 pointers based on your education and the skill competency you are having, that we will give the prompt later to add it. Okay, we will do some modification here. Again, you can see that education section is also well written. So overall section which we wanted to have, all sections are added here. So the first correction, what we have to do, we have to do the correction for the professional summary. Professional summary, it's like this resume. You can see I have one other resume which is well formatted. So you can see in this resume around 8 to 10 pointers are added in the professional summary. Okay, though you are a fresher, but you are having the education background and some technical expertise which you have done during the internship. So those things can be added here based on your skill set and even the project which you have done. So what we can do, again, we can give the prompt to write 10 pointers in the professional summary. Okay, so again we will come back here and we'll give the prompt to the ChatGPT, add 10 pointers in professional summary section based on my education and skills. So simply just you have to write this prompt, okay, and you need to wait. Then you can see the professional summary in 10 pointer that is generated. Now you can see here it's generated here. Okay, so this correction is done. So what other correction we have to do? The other correction we have to do for the projects, because projects you can see here, project names are written, responsibilities are written, but the project duration and project descriptions are missing, and even what the tools and technology you used, that is also missing. So what I will do, again I will give the prompt here to add these sections in the project. So simply you can give the prompt here, craft project section format like project name, project description, duration, tools, technology and responsibilities. Okay, press enter. Now again this will be written. Now you can see here the project names are written, duration, tools, technologies which we have used, project description and the responsibilities. Okay, so the two project I have specified, so both project details are there now. Okay, so now we will give the prompt to generate final version of the Word resume, so you can use based on your requirement. So simply write generate final version of resume with consolidated content So now ChatGPT will take 10-15 seconds time and it will generate the Word format resume. If it's not generating Word format, then again we will give the prompt to generate in the Word format, then you can use it. Because after generating the Word format, you need to do some modification, you need to do some formatting kind of work as well. Now let's say the Word format resume is generated. Simply I will click on this hyperlink. Just you open it. Now you can see here the all sections are added. Okay, the header sections, career objective, the professional summary which you wanted to have a correction, where you wanted to have around 10 pointers in the professional summary based on your education and the skill set expertise which you are having. Now you can see that is well written in the professional summary. Okay, again the other correction we have done it in the project section. We wanted to add project name, duration, tools, technologies, descriptions and responsibility. That is also added here. So now what you have to do? You have to do some formatting work in the Microsoft Word. Okay, you need to change the font size, colors, bullets based on your requirement. Okay, so you can customize it, just you can use it, you can change the appearance which should really look good. And after doing the all changes and the formatting, now your resume is well prepared, so you can apply in any organization. So these are the component of crafting an effective resume: header section, career objective, summary, education, certification, projects, achievement, soft skills, and personal detail. Each one plays an important role in showing employer not just who you are, but why you are the right fit. When you put them together in a clean, well structured way, your resume becomes more than just a document, it becomes your personal brand. And remember, a well built resume doesn't just get you noticed, it gets you the opportunities. So, this is the wrap up of our crafting and effective resume session. I hope this content has been useful, practical, and inspiring for everyone preparing to step confidently into the professional world. So, take these tips, apply them confidently, and let your resume truly reflect your best self. At the last, I have humble request to everyone. If you found this session helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support will help me bring more valuable content and keep you updated on your career guidance. Thank you.